Yes, today we're taking a look at buzzhosting.org. Now, just to give you a reference, I am using the Chrome browser, and I'm looking at this in 1024 by 768 resolution. So there's a couple things that we'll take a look at as we're navigating through the site that might be relevant. The first couple that I see on the home page is looking at it with this resolution, the help button over on the left-hand side, and also the questions down on the bottom for the chat do cover up a little bit of the page at that resolution. The rest of the site looks good. I've seen others that even at this resolution look like they get squeezed together. A lot of us that work on the computers on a regular basis, we get larger monitors, and if we are looking at a site designed for that, we think the site looks great. If we don't keep in mind individuals that might have smaller monitors when we're looking at the site, they may come in and it may look really jammed together. So just so that you have that reference for the resolution, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the questions box here. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. So that's not in there. Taking a look at the main site, I think the colors are good. You have a good color scheme. The only one that really jumps out at me is just the purple here. It does seem a little bit out of place. Not a big deal, but it is something that I did notice as I was looking at the site. Other than that, I like the colors. The scroll is not too fast, I think, for the amount of text that is on there. That is scrolling at a decent speed for most of the screens. Now, there is the one screen. This one here has a little bit more text on it, so maybe a little bit more time to read through that. But the rest of it is really nice, a nice scroll, and I like the effect on that scroll as well. Let's go ahead and scroll down through here. Taking a look at the prices are great, very reasonable prices on there. Taking a look, we've got the welcome, 14-day money-back guarantee, the uptime, quality tech support, very good. Actually an award here, always nice to see that as well. So that looks nice. And then we have the social media, the SiteLock Secure certificate down here. So that's nice as well when you're dealing with something with hosting, something that you're going to purchase. Now, one thing, it does look like your social media icons are kind of buried down here. If that's what you're looking to, if you're not really looking to push those elements, that's fine. But if you're looking to engage more, you might want to make those a little bit more of a focus, move those up on the page. The rest of this looks nice, all the spacing. Taking a look at the more info buttons, those look a little out of place on there. As far as the graphic, the more info just doesn't seem like it fits with the arrows. The other thing that I noticed is if you're looking at your strict overselling policy, which is a great policy, but on the actual text here on the heading, this runs together right here with the two L's and the I, and the same thing over here. So that graphic does run up together a little bit. It's not a big deal, but it is something that I picked up on. Let's go ahead and take a look at your About page. And we go ahead and go through. Looks like you spell it out. You start trading in 2011. All of the good information there. Talks about your network. So you've got the information there. And you've got the team. You've got the pictures there. So all of that information as well. Your radio advertisement that individuals can listen to as well. I actually played that prior to doing the review on the site. Nice ad. So the ad plays well there. Nice that you built it into the site so other individuals can listen to that as well. I think the pictures, those are really nice pictures that are there. And it's hard to tell with those pictures because they are the caricatures. They do make you look a little bit younger. So if I were looking at this and I was looking for a more professional hosting and I wanted to make sure that I was getting the support, if I looked like this was a bunch of teenagers, that might impact me there. So if there's something more that you could do in here that would maybe talk about your experience and let folks know that it isn't some kid sitting in his parents' bedroom that just decided to start a hosting company, that would be nice as well. So if you could kind of build that in there, that might be helpful. Might give a little bit more more solid reputation to the company if folks saw that. Let's take a look at the services that you offer. So you don't just do shared hosting, you have other services as well. So the domain registration, you've got your hosting, the mailbox, you do the development, and you also have the VPS, so that's very nice as well. So the services are spelled out very clearly there. That works very well. And then you've got your categories over here. So if I want more information on the VPS, I could choose that. The other thing I might do is if someone's reading this and you've got your VPS option here as well, is to allow these to be clicked, or more information, something in those boxes so that they're reading those. Some folks will go to the menus, but others are just reading the text on the page. So they may be looking for some place that they can quickly click to get more information. If you make them go looking for that, they may not want to do that. So if I click over on the virtual private services here, gives the pricing, spells all that out. It's very nice. You have the order now on there. You do have the coming soon. So that is good there as well. Let's check out the packages. A lot of white space up here. Also the Buzz panel here before we actually get into the package pricing. So what I might do is clean up some of this white space, move the Buzz panel down underneath here, so that they can see your packages quicker. So let's get folks into the site so that they can see the packages very quickly, so that they're not having to scroll down to get to those. You get your frequently asked questions. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Takes us over there. Make sure that you're connected to HTTPS. Now when I'm looking at this in the Chrome browser, at least the way that mine is set up, I don't have the HTTPS on here. So that might be a concern. And especially then when I click on here, I'm seeing that the identity of the website has not been verified. It is not encrypted, and I haven't visited before today. So this is my first time into the site. But if you're going to spell out that it should be secure, we want to make sure that we are being able to see that the site is truly secure. So taking a look, I've got the dashboard. So I've got my different information there. I can view the articles. It'll take me to... It took me to a live search, so let me go back here. Oh, there were no articles in there. Let me go ahead and view articles here. The name servers. Okay, so that information is there. So you have your frequently asked questions. That's laid out fairly well. Let's see. Let's go over to our contacts. Now that was interesting. I just noticed when I was on the FAQ, even though I was on the FAQ page, it didn't leave the FAQ highlighted. It jumped back over to the home. So just something to take a look at there. Pre-sales contact is there. One thing that I also always look at that I like to see is some kind of phone number that I can contact. And I'm not seeing any kind of phone number. I'm not seeing any kind of address that I can mail something to anytime that I'm ordering. And it might be just my personal preference, but I like to see some kind of contact information other than just an online form. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Now I am getting the HTTPS, so that does now show up there. I am getting the form there then for the customer contact. Yep, so I'm not seeing any kind of phone number. And for some people that may be fine. I usually just like to know that there's another way that I can reach out I don't like thinking that I'm submitting a form that might just be going out into space somewhere. I'd like to know that there is somewhere that I can contact, even if that number dumps to voicemail, at least to see that on the page. And then you've got your customer zone, that information out there. Let's go through, take a look at the packages really quick here, and we'll wrap up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the simplistic plan, all the packages that are there. Lists everything that is on that package. Let's see. The only thing I might call out a little bit different is what is the difference between the packages without me having to read through it. So maybe add the items in bold that weren't on the previous package, or some way to indicate what I am upgrading from, so I can see those differences. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart. And it gives me the plan. And I can actually, looks like I can change the plan there if I want to. And I'm going to do monthly. And I'm going to go ahead and continue. And then it'll walk me through that process, setting up the username and password. I can add a gigabyte of storage, bandwidth, the Mobi, and the Buzz Builder. I can go ahead and put in a password. Now that password looks like it's coming out in plain text. I don't know as that is good. You may want to change that so that is a password field. I'll go ahead and continue. Doesn't also look like it's doing any kind of validation on the password, so you might want to take a look at that. Register a new domain. I bet you mydomain.com isn't available, but we'll go ahead and plug that in there. I can check the availability. So that is not currently available. Let's try this one. That is available. I can do the registration. And I can say don't protect me. And continue. There's my order summary. Gives me the information. And I can proceed to the checkout. And then I could go ahead and plug in all of my information then to complete the order. I can say how I'm going to pay for that. And if I'm doing PayPal, I could do a subscription. And I have to agree to the terms of service. So there's the site. Looks really good. A lot of navigation. A couple little things that I saw in there, but nothing major. Really looks like a solid site.